We're going to the Greatest Generation World War II Museum. The museum exhibit is authentic wartime scenes with soldiers, exhibits, and many artifacts. Located in Shalashi Center, the old Rowlesburg High School. The address where we're going is 20 South Buffalo Street in Rowlesburg, West Virginia. We're going to park at the Rowlesburg Park. It's right across the street from the school. This is the former Rowlesburg High School. It was built in 1910. On December 14th of this year, they were having a European-style Christmas market at the historic Rowlesburg School, the Shalashi Center. In addition to the market, attendees can visit the World War II Museum, which would be open during the event hours. We're going to go find the World War II Museum. She said up the stairs and to the right. And everybody's down below manning the gift or the bazaar. So she said there's a card that explains things and to help herself. This is a hidden gem. It's called the Greatest Generation World War II Museum. The hallway. Most of these men and women are from Preston County or have some relationship to Rowlesburg. A wall of honor with 250 plus photos and many other artifacts that will capture your imagination. Many Prestonians have contributed artifacts to the gallery. Portraits of area World War II veterans line the hallway leading to the gallery. The portraits are family photos of loved ones taken before, during, and after the war. This museum is open May through October on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and on Sunday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. and during all festival occasions or by appointment. Groups and tour buses are welcome. Free for World War II veterans, all others by donation. Special rates for schools and groups. Harley Wiley, Bruce Wiley. Mother, please make my bed and dust my chair, for soon, dear mother, I'll be there to tell you that the war is won. Then you'll be proud of me, your son. When you walk in, they have laminated sheets that have numbers that correspond with the numbers throughout the museum that give you information. Welcome to the World War II Museum. Thank you for visiting the World War II Museum. Citizens of Rowlesburg have gathered a wide variety of World War II uniforms and artifacts that you will enjoy. This museum continues to operate through the generous donations from our visitors. After your tour, you may want to add to our donation box to cover ongoing expenses. This part of the old school has been transformed into this amazing historical museum. You can sign the World War II Museum Guest Book. Rowlesburg is a town in southern Preston County, West Virginia, United States, along the Cheat River. This is the former Rowlesburg High School. It was built in 1910. The school was a casualty of the 1985 flood and was purchased by Mr. and Mrs. Shalashi and used for their whitewater rafting business for a couple of decades. Mr. and Mrs. Shalashi donated the building to the Rowlesburg Revitalization Committee in 2008. Couple Jeff and Maggie moved to the Cheat River community in April 1999. Jeff and Maggie came to Rowlesburg by way of Belgium. They established a fabulous gallery of World War II memorabilia. Jeff and Maggie undertook this huge project in Rowlesburg on their own to honor their parents who suffered through the Nazi invasion. American GIs liberated their parents, and the museum is a tribute to all brave men and women who have served in the United States Armed Forces. We came during a special event and came in through the gym entrance. This looks like the main entrance. There are many photos in the hallway when you first enter. Many of the pictures on the wall have the name, where born, branch of service, and when discharged on them. And there are other displays located in the hallway. This is where you enter Station 1, World War II Museum. Free admission for World War II veterans. Suggested donation for adults, $5. This exhibit is the result of several years of collecting World War II artifacts. Jeff spent many hours researching, locating, and acquiring the items that are on display. Now he wants to share his collection with others, and he hopes that we can appreciate his work. The displays throughout are in very realistic settings created by Jeff, a master model builder. This would be considered a blockbuster exhibit at the Smithsonian. The faces of the figures have been created with putty to give the mannequins a more realistic look, and the scenes are all constructed using wood, foam, plaster, stone, artificial plants, branches, concrete. Both figures and scenes have been hand-painted by Jeff. To give you a more realistic impression of the scenes, they did not install glass protection in front of the displays so as not to take away any of the authentic feeling. The displays have numbers with a guidebook in progress, but there's a free info sheet that will help you identify the uniforms on display. There's different areas. There's the hallway, the Virgil Gibson room, the Molly Crane Zeller room. This unique museum exhibits scenes from U.S., British, German, and Russian soldiers. When you walk through the different rooms, there's music playing in each room, very nice sounding, but because of copyright reasons, I removed it and have added other music. Number 19, U.S. Navy, Charles H. Brown Display, Western Union. The Navy Department deeply regrets to inform you that your son, Charles Horton Brown, USNR, is missing following action while in the service of his country. USS Randolph, Navy Day 1945. On the 23rd anniversary of Navy Day, Charles H. Brown was still presumed KIA. His name was added to the Roll of Honor of the USS Randolph. 22, German Army, Tunic, Private, Adolf Hitler Division. Number 21 is German Army, Officer's Custom-Made Sheepcoat, Eastern Front. Number 24, German Army, Tunic, Sergeant, Engineer Corps. It is foolish and wrong to mourn the man who died. Rather, we should thank God that such men lived. General George S. Patton, Jr., U.S. Army. The combat medic in World War II. Medic, medic, or doc are the words often heard in the heat of a firefight or shelling. Dealing with the horrors of war and under constant stress of battle, being a medic in World War II was one of the most nerve-wracking jobs on the battlefield. Always short on supplies, and in practically all cases armed with a big dose of courage and relentless dedication to save lives. Dear Mama and all, just a few lines today to let you know that I'm okay. I'm on guard duty today, and I have lots of time to write, so I may add to this letter from time to time as I think of something to write about. I'll bet that you fellas are having a big 4th of July dinner, right? This is the first 4th that I haven't been home, but maybe next year things will be different and everyone can be home. I saw a piece in the Stars and Stripes, that's our paper, that the prices on Jeep was $600. I'll just have to have one when the war's over for hunting and fishing purposes. Entering the Molly Crane Zeller Room, U.S. Army Nurse Corps. Ira D. Stemple. I want you for the U.S. Army. In the area with the Women in Uniform Gallery, each uniform is authentic down to the buttons, ties, gloves, skirts, caps, and hats, shoes, and hose. Number 43 is U.S. Army Nurse Corps. Seersucker Dress. Hospital duty 1942 to 1945. 44. U.S. Army Nurse, Field Hospital. Dear Mama and all, just a few lines to let you know that I'm okay. I hope you get this letter before you get the telegram. 47. Home Front. With this display, they recognize the efforts of all the Rosies. Listed are their parents, lived through the occupation and liberation of Belgium, told them their stories, and inspired them in many ways. Eleanor L. Gibson, born in Masontown, West Virginia. The Fighting Destroyer Escort War Ration Book. Photos, oil lamp, and cuckoo clock. The home front, a 1940s living room, is also depicted with a Rosie the Riveter reading letters from her soldier. 48. U.S. Army Air Force WAC Ike jacket. U.S. Army Field Ration. Ration Type K Breakfast Unit. This fight is yours. Join the March of Dimes. Soldier's Mess Tray. Blood donors urgently needed. You may save a life. Enroll here. A reminder and a thank you for not touching any parts of the display. 48 is U.S. Army Air Force jacket. 49 is the Women Army Barracks WAC wool dress uniform. Mine eyes have seen the glory. Women's Army Corps. Are you a girl with a star-spangled heart? Join the WAC now. Thousands of Army jobs need filling. Women's Army Corps. United States Army. 62. U.S. Army Nurse Corps. First Lieutenant off-duty dress. Only in USA. To the right is 51. Russian Republic Communist Army. Captain, Medical Officer. Full of lifelike scenes. This is a great museum. Magnificent collection of artifacts and uniforms. Exhibits have great detail. Enlist in a proud profession. Air Force, Army Nurse. World War. Display. Doughboy, introduction of olive drab combat uniform. 40. U.S. Army Air Corps, bomber crew member, dress uniform. 37. U.S. Army Air Corps, B-25 medium bomber pilot, flight gear, China, Bermuda, India. Number 42. U.S. Army MP with radio equipment, ETO, European Theater of Operations. Conventional Signs, Military Symbols and Abbreviations book. MP, Military Police Duty Room. Have a look around. Look at all the items. 36 on the left, U.S. Marine Corps, Lieutenant, pilot dress uniform with Sam Brown belt and shoulder strap. There's an amazing amount of displays in this museum to see. Don't forget to grab one of the information sheets before you start your tour. This museum has so many things in it. I'm still wondering why I live so close to it and it took me this long to go see it. And in case you don't live close and you don't get a chance to come see it, I hope you enjoy my tour. A hidden treasure, a gem. I can't imagine how much work went into all of this. One last look before we go outside. They're serving up food. We're going to grab some before we go. We put our donation in the box on the counter. Thank you for watching this Joe Garbart Studio video.